My name is Shay James. I'm based out of the Seattle, Washington area. I'm a CPA and an enrolled agent, and I am a principal at Dorkhurst. I've been in the accounting industry as a CPA for the last 10 years, but I got started as a business owner 25 years ago, so I've got 25 years of combined business owner, tax, and accounting experience that's culminated in my practice as a CPA. The services I provide are full service. Most clients come with a tax desire. That's the pain point that brings them in. But if they own a business, a lot of the time there's opportunities to help them with their business, and so provide that full suite of client advisory services, the accounting, the compliance, the tax, and kind of put a cherry on top with strategy. Most of the clients that I serve are of 2 or 3 general types and industries. I have a pretty heavy group of clients that are service-based businesses like design and marketing agency owners. So they're very heavy on service provision and managing a team or a growing team. I also do quite a bit with specialty trade and construction services, partially because my husband owns a specialty trade business, and so I'm really familiar with that from helping him and working with him in that area. When I first started in public accounting, it was at a tax-heavy firm. And I'd made the decision when I was doing my studies to focus on the tax direction and not do audit. Those were kind of the 2 forks that you could take with school and with our internships. And I really enjoy tax. I like the project-based focus, and I like being able to help people with that. What's a really confusing, area, both for individuals and for businesses. Over the years, so what I originally started, doing was providing tax services, and then it sort of grew into more tax strategy or, how to answer tax questions. And for people with a business, that's an area that they generally don't want to do or know how to do. So going and, working with their tax bleeds over naturally into what's going on with their accounting systems, or, how do I do this better? How do I set this up better? And I think if the numbers aren't good and what you're dealing with on an accounting basis, the fundamentals aren't good, the tax product is going to be garbage. And then, as important as tax is, most people don't really, as business owners, don't love it. It's, from my perspective, it's kind of the punctuation mark at the end of the year. If we do a good job with all of the numbers and everything, the tax return, the tax compliance is a natural byproduct of it. We can build in strategy, but the actual, filing and compliance is just what happens at the end, and it's without drama. So doing that means that the whole engagement is successful. We've got good numbers. We've got a sound tax strategy in place. We're making the tax payments. We're doing what needs to happen, but the whole accounting package is wrapped up. So over the years, it's just kind of developed into that where it's a holistic engagement rather just one versus the other. That doesn't mean if I'm not, there are specific tax strategies or things where I will need to call in an expert or something. There are certain things I just don't provide to clients in a tax engagement because they're specialty strategies or something that maybe I haven't dealt with before if it's something new. But that's one of the great things about being a larger firm is there are resources to be able to pull in and use to make sure that that client's needs are taken care of. The wraparound is there. So working with me usually starts with a conversation. I like to make sure it's a good fit for both parties when I'm going to work with someone. So and it usually takes a little bit of time because it is a relationship. Years ago, I made the decision, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do once a year tax returns for clients because that's usually not enough, especially for a business owner. It's just not enough. They need more contact throughout the year. It reduces that drama and that anxiety that people have around things. If, it's kind of like going to a doctor once a year. I find there's sometimes so much, anxiety if you're like, oh, I'm going to get my blood tested once a year and then I don't know. And so I want to have a relationship with the client. So that usually starts with a conversation. If for whatever reason, I don't think that my services are going to be a good fit or that there's something that they need that maybe isn't the right fit, then I want to try to help them find that. And then if it is a good fit, then we'll have another conversation. I think first and foremost, the thing that working with me that clients either have said they appreciate or just kind of a non-negotiable is that I'll tell them what I think. If I think something is a good idea or, is not a good idea, I will say it. I'm not afraid to say that. And that it's usually in a language they can understand. So I try to make sure that it's not, jumbled with things that don't make sense, but just really use plain language so that they understand what's happening and that they know the story behind numbers, tax, and whatever, and so that it makes sense and so they have some confidence in it. So they, they're better at making those decisions and just have a better business sense. Hopefully these things are going to help us do a better job in serving our clients, have more information, and be able to just get more done so that we can, be of more service.